Hello everybody, Jayborino here, welcome back. Continuing another showcase from Maporino 2019. This is the Midas Company, submitted by azureguy. So let's get started. The goblin merchant Midas hires outcasts, abominations, and anything in between to take on dangerous but lucrative mercenary jobs. Death on the Mountain 2. I've had a bunch of weirdos and shady guys as my clients, but a blue dragonflight is something else, Midas thought. Said that some undead human by the name of Valimar Mortis caused him some trouble in the past. He thought he was gone for good, but recently had received reports of him building up an army in the Alterac Mountains. I don't like cold areas all that much, but this is our biggest gig yet, so we set sail to Hillsborough Foothills the following day. Looks like this is a mission within a possible series of missions / campaign called the Midas Company. Interesting. Okay, let's play on normal. Again, keep it consistent. We got some custom music. We have a custom overlay. 3 times the charm, kill Valimar Mortis. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like we have a custom goblin faction.
What do you want?
Supply tower. Drop-off point for harvested lumber also provides food. A boom shop. Build a barracks. Let's do that first. We'll explore this tech tree. We had another map submitted by 7blood, which was a custom Tauren faction. So now we got a custom goblin faction. That's exciting. Again, with the music and then the overlay, even like this up here is changed, like around the day-night cycle. Interesting. Okay, this is neat. So let's just build some stuff and see how it goes. I'm going to build an altar because we don't have any heroes, so let's see if that becomes an option. I'm going to want to scout around a little bit after our barracks gets set up. And interesting, so we have separate mechanics. Versatile support unit can repair damaged buildings, and mechanical units can build turrets. But our main guys cannot build turrets. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and get some more folks on lumber. We're going to need it. Is there anything at the supply tower we can get? No, but 10 supply per tower is nice. Not as bad as humans with their 6 supply structures, farms. That's no good. Give me that 10. Okay, we're going to need more supply towers. Barracks. I guess let's get a boom shop. Don't know even what that is. Creates a shop with purchasable items. Okay, so this is like our arcane vault, essentially. Main research building from the forge. Again, let's just get all these buildings out. And then we can kind of explore them. I realize, in retrospect, I never built a bestiary for the Tauren folks. Should have done that. Here, you can get on lumber up here. Let's get another outpost. You can select from 5 different heroes of the altar. However, you can only choose 1 per mission. That's pretty cool, actually. I like the idea of a campaign, but you can only... You know, you have a variety of heroes, but you can only select 1 per mission. I wonder, though, if, like, their progress would carry over from mission to mission. That's not important, though, because we only have access to 1 right now. So let's go ahead and get 1 out. Henry. Spreading and enduring damage. Taunt ability. Cool. Summoning insect minions and crushing enemies. Carrion beetles, spike carapace. Cleaving attack, yes, please. Power shot, evasion, and endurance aura. I like an aura. Flame Strike is also very good. Devour Magic, Frostbolt, and Mana Shield. Also good, because she can dispel. Kind of like a Lady Vaj. Incinerate and Sacrifice. Oh, I don't know.
Work complete.
I like all of these. I think I'm going to go with the Cleaving Attack. That's good stuff. Doesn't get any better than that. Increases the hit points of guards, sharpshooters, etc., etc. Let me just get some units out, please.
Work.
And then... let's just grab some of these basic upgrades, and then we need more gold. So I need to start scouting out for another gold mine. So let's just take a worker somewhere. Alright, this is all... Excuse me. Let's go and look around our base. Nothing is attacking us currently. Really need to get prepared for that, though. Goblin landmines. Always good. We can use those to cheese buildings if we so desire. I'd like to get an outpost as soon as possible. Gonna stay in low upkeep where possible.
Work.
Let's start our next supplies, or our next level of town hall, and then I'll get another outpost over here. So what's nice here is that, again, lumber harvesting is made a lot easier because you can just spread your supply structures out and then return to them directly, which is cool.
Happy creature.
I like the music. It feels very fitting for a goblin faction. That's cool. All right, here we go. So is he like a mecha beetle? He's a crypt lord. I think the idea is because we're a mercenary group. And again, it's like a fitting theme. Again, assuming that there are other missions to this, it's fitting that you can use different units like this. I think we go carrion beetles first, and then we'll go cleave. High-level cleave is very, very strong. We have more guards coming out. It does feel like these train very slow. Is that just me? I'm gonna press the plus button with hopes that maybe it was just the level of, yeah, or the game speed, rather. So we have no attack upgrade, or at least not yet. Sure, I'll grab improved masonry. I want to be able to build those guys, the fellas that can build turrets as well. Very interesting. Okay, so I don't really have access to anything else right now, but we will over time. Let's spread these lumber harvesters out so that we're taken from different areas here equally. We can get some extra units here. We'll get some sharpshooters, and then we'll start exploring around the map and seeing what we can find. This looks like a dead end, perhaps. Just loops around. Let's just get a nice group of units here. Yeah, this is increased hit points. I just wanted to double check to make sure there was no damage upgrade.
I serve only the frozen.
The ability to make these beetles should be pretty good, though I don't think we have anything that can eat them, for example. I do like how he's got blink separately as well. We can blink him behind and then just cleave the crap out of enemies. Okay, so let's just rally up here. Yeah, we're going to make mostly sharpshooters, a couple guards, very cheap.
Research complete.
Probably because they're not even as good as normal human footmen, but they're balanced accordingly. Really just waiting for this outpost, and then we can take a look and see what else we've got access to. It's done? There we go. Okay, and I think maybe we just go straight to headquarters. Let's get a couple mechanics, and then we'll go to HQ.
Yes.
And then let's see what we can build now. So we've got an altar, we got a supply tower, boom shop, we got workshop.
What do you want?
Okay, you can return yours.
Work.
And then let's go arcane laboratory. There we go. I'm building all this stuff early. We're not getting attacked by anything, which again, we've got a totally custom race. So I appreciate the fact that we're not really under pressure right away. It's possible we will get attacked later, but the fact that we're not getting attacked right now, again, I greatly appreciate, because... Okay, these guys do have an attack. We can put them on auto repair, and you can make turrets. This is cool, so you can, like, bring them with you and set these up. Neat little stuff. Build, like, a forward base with these, as opposed to building workers, which are notoriously slow. Well, these mechanics seem relatively quick. And the turrets are pretty cheap, too. I'm really liking the concept and the theme of this faction so far. Again, it's like a mercenary group of mostly goblins, but the fact that you can choose your hero is really neat. I'm going to take this group and start moving around and seeing if we could find anything. Because again, there's really nothing attacking us just yet. And we got the beetles turned on. Huzzah! Gotta get this guy leveled up as soon as possible. We can always back up and buy him some stuff at the laboratory. Last year's scroll of replenishment. Amulet of recall would be nice. Goblins appearing out of nowhere. It's possible that this may end up triggering units to start attacking us. I don't know. Okay, get a level. So I think we go cleaving attack. 30% cleave is pretty flippin' strong as we get our hero leveled up. Keep in mind how much that really is. That's quite a bit. Did they drop corpses? Can I get some beetles, please? Is there a reason? Uh-oh. Is there anything extra to this? It just says from target corpse. Okay, well, let's get in there. I should go buy some stuff, perhaps. Okay, so this is all done. We've got a forge. We can't make a factory yet. Possibly we can make tanks or something. That'll be cool. Let's just keep getting these upgrades. All right, so let's take a look. Reinforced vests. Improves attack range by 50% seems huge. We can also make cannoneers, which sounds basically like a mortar team. Yeah, everything about this, it's very fleshed out. Like, it all looks good. I don't see any visual bugs or anything like that. I'm going to get another barracks. I'd love to go find another... I'd really like to go find another... Oh, there are beetles. Little mecha beetles. That's cool. Another gold mine. So let's just keep looking. We can see where the final objective is. Then we've got a workshop, which allows us to build scouts. Ooh, okay. So give me a scout. We can make mechanics from the workshop as well. Not sure why we would need to do that. Air drone. Fast-moving flying machine. Effective against air units can be upgraded with the thorium plating ability. Increases the sight range of scouts. Allows scouts to attack air units.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Okay, so we're just going to fly you around. How about that? Just fly you all through this area, and then we can check the bottom as well. We can make multiples, and then come back to base. Okay, so we got the air drone, and then here we've got casters. Banish, Can learn feedback and firebolt. Can cast rage, increases attack damage, but also increases damage taken. Resistant skin and windwalk. Physician. Can learn zap, which slows and dispels positive or negative buffs. Can also learn first aid and doctor's orders. Let's just upgrade all these things. Did I attack up here, or is this an incoming enemy attack? I don't know. We're gonna blink into the back. We're gonna level up cleave. And our sharpshooters are doing a pretty good job here. How's my town hall upgrade coming? We can get some air drones, I suppose. Is this effective against air units? Let's just build one and see. And then let's hotkey all of our production structures. We're going to need some cannoneers eventually. More sharpshooters. Sharpshooters seem like it's going to be our main jam. Just trying to get our hero leveled up here as soon as possible. So let's hit the Necromancer. The interesting thing with this setup for like a series of missions, and again, I can't really judge this submission as if it were part of a campaign, because it's not. It's a single mission, but still, the idea of, like, you can have kind of an eclectic group of maps, which I think is neat. All right, so we've got Cleve fully leveled up, and what I mean by that is, oh, there's a gold mine. It looks like there's like an optional area all through this area. I didn't see if there was anything like units here.
Are you threatening me?
Where's my air drone? Hey, the air drones also seem like they'd be great at scouting, so let's just send them all through here. So I want to make a group of units that can move through these mountainous areas up north, and then we can find another base. Factory requires a ton of lumber. That's interesting. Okay, so perhaps let's just grab a few more laborers. No shredders, it looks like, unless we can get them from the factory. Builds tanks. Okay, well, we want tanks, please. And I'm just going to build a bunch of guards for now and rally them up. I'm going to keep moving with this relatively small force that we've got. And we're going to upgrade beetles next. Ability to cast Windwalk. That's interesting. Resistant Skin and Windwalk. So can they cast Rage on themselves or other people? I suppose we can check. I do want just some of these physicians. I don't know what's half this stuff does, so... Increases sight range of scout. Allows the scout to attack ground units. Air drones can only attack air, unfortunately.
Oh, it's you.
Okay, they are attacking me.
Speak.
They are gathering attacks and coming at me now, so this is good.
For my brothers.
So what we can do is like build groups of turrets along the path to kind of cover us.
Only the frozen throne.
All right, we are going to want some air attackers for sure. Scouts to attack ground could be fine. And we build mechanics and bring them with us as we get tanks. But again, we're gonna need more lumber in the long run. So let's throw a factory down here. There we go. So I think by building this last building, we've got a view of what all of these units are and what they can do. I'm gonna need more supply towers. Can build kind of down through this area. Need more gold. So I'd very much like to start moving up towards this other gold mine. So let's secure that, and then we... Well, there's also a second... Oh, there's flare. There's also a second, Are they reinforcing this? No, we're just still moving forward. All right, let's get in there. I don't have like a mass burrow stun. That's what's different here.
I'll take care of it.
We got to get back here. I think we're gonna be relying pretty heavily on sharpshooters here. We don't really have many frontline ground units. I think I made the right choice of picking up a frontliner for sure.
Engine's running.
All right, physician, zap. So it's purge.
We're under attack.
Heals 200 HP over 8 seconds. Seems nice. Increases the armor of all friendly units in an area around the physician. Is very good. Okay, great. So we go physician mastery training, though technically we don't need it because it looks like I can already cast it. That's interesting.
Let's roll out.
Okay, let's move on up here. We're going to rally just straight to Sac Gabur. We're just going to grab sharpshooters and then a couple extra guards. I do have turrets sort of along the path, and I can build more of them. And we can see how these end up doing to sustain themselves. They're very small, too, so it's very easy to stack these up. 650 HP, piercing damage. Seems pretty typical. Not that much HP, though, relative to what I might expect. Let's check the graveyard. This is neat. I quite like this so far. It's a very fleshed out faction. We have a pretty large map that allows us to tinker with it, and the beginning was very simple. It seems like it's possible the enemies aren't even triggered to attack us until we move towards them and kill some of these outlying bases. It's possible. I don't know for sure. Let's just rally to our groups of turrets up here. And I'm trying to get Sakabur leveled up as soon as possible. Get these maybe we'll find some items. I don't know. I haven't found any items so far. We might just be reliant on things that we can get from the boom shop. So if we hit this... Okay, yes. Seems solid. It's basically like using a scroll of protection, but our casters just have it.
Engine's running.
And then first aid.
Yeah, baby.
Quite pricey on the mana side, but I would expect no less. Let's just move up with the units that we do have.
All systems
It
go.
looks like...
We're under attack.
Engine's running.
Wait, where's my hero? There he is. I was going to say, it doesn't seem like they're attacking me into my turrets. They attack towards my hero. It's possible that that's how that works.
Go.
So I can dispel Unholy Frenzy as we see it, but I'm going to just avoid that, I'd say. Back in no upkeep, which I appreciate. More sharpshooters, please. Here come our extra units.
Engine's running.
I'd like to get some more casters. Is there anything that we have that might have an auto-cast ability or something like that? That shouldn't be what I'm looking for, but...
Engine's running.
Okay, I'm not going to bother healing my beetles. We can get those back for virtually free because he has no other castable ability besides Blink.
The frozen throne.
And again, keep in mind, I did choose normal difficulty, which, you know, I think how this is functioning is fine. Okay, lots and lots of Wendigos. So we got to get, you know what, you just jump into the back, please, and just start hitting away. Give me that cleave.
I'm all geared up.
And then I think I can zap
Let's roll out.
and remove the roar that's here. Is the cleave even working? It might just be a very small... Might just be a very, very small...
Systems go.
There we go, I'm using zap properly. What I do want is just to continue getting... Let's get some brawlers out. Let's just get a little bit of everything with extra physicians, because we know that they're quite good.
Mine, yours.
My might cannot be matched.
Engine's running. What you got?
Okay, first aid here.
On top of it.
I'm pretty sure we lost. Oh, it's basically rejuve, by the way. We gotta lure these things away from the fountain.
Feel the venom of Nerub.
And then take them out one at a time, because we lost a lot of stuff here. Don't run away from me.
Engine's running.
I serve only the frozen throne.
Let's see if maybe we can kill one of these.
Speak.
I don't have enough to cast anything. We need more sharpshooters and a few guards. I really want this gold mine, which is partially why I'm going this way. They're just going to regenerate HP if I let them sit on the fountain. So let's see if maybe we can draw a group of these down towards me. I need beetles.
Time is fleeting.
Really use beetles.
You have a target? What you got?
Speak. Oblivion
Engine's
awaits.
running.
Okay, let's first aid our hero.
Mine.
And first aid this guy. Interesting that the first aid requires us to be in melee range to kick it off. Again, I think... No! No, a bash proc! No! And I don't have enough mana for anything else. Okay, that's fine. Let's just wait. I will move up, and we can set up some turrets as well, because they're relatively cheap, but I am low on cash at this moment, so let's get these set up and build more. Again, we have a very squishy force, and the brawlers are just going to make it worse. So it's possible that their melee damage will be decent, but I really can't say. It feels like everything here does take quite a long time to... it does take a long time to build.
That's a given.
We're under attack.
Let's see if we can draw these back down into our turrets.
I'm all geared up.
These guys can't do anything. Could just go the other way and go straight for the gold. Actually, no, the gold mine's down here. Okay, so I think maybe we go for the gold mine first.
You have a target? I'll take care of it. What do you need?
Okay, well, let's clump these up, and we'll have to fight them with our hero here. I do have a first aid, so let's throw this down.
You have a target?
I bid you.
Okay, I really wanted to get some mechanics up here. No, you're expensive. Okay, cancel everything. Come back down to our turrets. We're going to sit and we're going to wait. All right, we have brawlers here. Not huge amounts of damage. Yes, the rage is just for the brawlers. But they also have resistant skin. Very intriguing. So, like, they're frontliners, but not really. Okay, I am stockpiling some resources now, which I appreciate. So let's grab another arcane laboratory, please. Then I need some tanks. Yes, improved engines. They're relatively cheap. This is what we needed this whole time, just tanks.
Yes.
Okay, so now we've got these guys. We've got a bunch of turrets, so I think I'm back to just waiting. We just gotta sit and we gotta wait. So I want to wait for more casters. I need physicians for sure. I just want to see what our other casters can do. I will grab these because why not? And I can grab scouts too because they will be able to attack ground units, kind of like gyrocopters. It certainly doesn't hurt. It certainly seems like a lot of the units up here can't even attack air in the first place. And as long, we use zap and we remove the ability to dispel from those other units, we should be in better shape.
What ails you?
Okay, what can you do? You have firebolt. Feedback is great. So we're just really casting firebolts. I don't really care about banish. You can banish and then firebolt, but I'm less concerned about that. All right, so let me reset all my hotkeys here. It doesn't help that our hero doesn't have any items. These are all castable. That doesn't hurt. What happened to that undead attack? Where'd they go? They're gone. They just gone.
Work complete.
Okay, get me physicians. We need to allow the physicians to build up a bunch of mana. And then just go sharpshooters. Cancel that. I want to stay in no up. Because we're only on one gold mine.
I've heard the summons. What ails you?
Okay, well, I will do my best here. So we want to be casting Rage. I should hotkey these separately, actually, from our ranged casters.
Is my aid required? Right away.
These seem cool, but again, it's like a berserk ability, but better?
How can I help?
Because they attack 50%? Well, no, that's the same, isn't it? Oh, yeah. And they do the tanks do normal damage. So we in good shape now. Just make tanks. Heavily armored. I guess heavily armored.
In the face of danger.
Let's move on up.
I'm all geared
Got
up.
another physician here too. Gotta just make sure I've got all these hotkeyed
All
properly.
systems go.
Rally everyone up to Skull Gabor. Sack Gubor.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Okay, and these guys can attack ground now. The air drones can only attack air, which we're probably gonna need eventually. And we are maxed out for the time being. So let's just set up supply towers. Why does it, when I queue those up, it looks like they're unbuildable? Or like I wouldn't have the money, because you can queue stuff up if you don't have the money in Warcraft 3.
Speak.
Okay, so back to it.
I'll consume.
Kind of odd with the attack waves. It's like only when you move out do they come and attack you, almost as if they have some sort of defensive force. which I think is interesting. I don't even necessarily need to come up through here. I don't know why I'm trying to secure this. I just sort of want to. Wow, these tanks are quite fast now. So let's poise ourselves up in this direction. Gotta wait for the observatories. The mechanics are quite slow.
Yes.
And that is okay.
Out with it. No one shall be the wiser.
And I'll just build a cluster of turrets that we can retreat to back here to defend our units that are on their way back. And we just gotta keep getting Sakabor leveled up. And he's gonna be super strong by the end of this. This is what you get. I'm gonna destroy your igloos. Pieces of garbage.
War Chief.
The engine's running.
Okay, so I only have one physician, right? I would like more.
All systems go. The engine's
No,
running.
I do have more physicians. Okay, so we're gonna hit doctor's orders.
Speak.
We're gonna get in there. We're gonna fight under the healing fountain.
Geared up.
And then we're gonna zap the damage bonus that they've got. Sakabor getting smoked. Gotta back him out.
Engine's
Give
running.
him some first aid, please. Physician, not you.
On top.
And then let's zap the rejuve off of the main guy. We've gotta kill this main guy. The tanks are, I like the look of the tanks too. They're doing a good job. Take out the level 9, please. He's got resurrect, because of course he does. Alright, we're gonna use rage on you two. The thing is, we just don't have enough melee damage mixed in here to, I think, make rage worthwhile. And I don't really see how Windwalk is gonna be particularly useful. Let's try to keep this physician alive. Okay, and now we've got access to the healing fountain, so we got easy repairing. See, it's unclear where this group wants to go. They're gonna attack me, or what's happening? Yeah, they're attacking down here. I like the turrets. I like them quite a bit. Need more physicians and more tanks. These are cool. The tanks attack pretty slow. I think I'm gonna have to back up here. We could also go and just try to outright kill the undead base. I don't think I do have to. I don't have to back up. No, we're good.
Speak. I'll consume the living.
Okay, we're gonna poise ourselves to attack down here next.
I've heard the summons.
And again, it's kind of unclear to me what I want to build. I mean, resistant skin is nice, but I think we just make tanks. Alright, they can attack air, and of course they focus down my scouts, but that's okay. Is he capped at level 5? No ult for him? He has no ult. Okay,
Direct me.
that's fine.
Yes.
Let's keep it up, keep pushing.
Time is.
I don't regret the cleave. I think the cleave was the right choice.
How can I help?
Alright, here come the ogres. Got a big old group of ogres here.
All systems go.
Doctor's orders, please. The blink back here. I don't see them casting Bloodlust, which I think is a good thing. I can start, firebolting. Yeah, no, he's Bloodlusted.
All systems go.
Okay, I think we're good here.
Engine's running.
You heal yourself.
All systems go.
Really want to get my physicians here. Let's first aid our hero. Yeah, he's capped.
Engine's running.
Right away.
Okay, looking good. We pushed through this, which means we now have access to another gold mine finally. So let's get a worker up here to set this up.
Yes, War Chief.
I will destroy the huts. Could also check to see what's further up in this area. I mean, I could use a scout to do that as well, because I don't need to go up there if I don't have to. So we got 2 enemy bases, and it looks like we're going to have to fight through both in order to get up here. So that means I think it's about time that we start slamming out some things that are good against buildings. That puts us into high upkeep already.
Direct me. Right away.
All systems go.
Yes.
What you got?
Okay, trying to
Engine's running.
get all of my
All
casters.
systems
There we
I
go.
can handle that.
Direct me.
I can go sit at the healing fountain, get
Yes.
healed up. We can also get some mechanics
can I
up to
help?
repair my
Is my aid
tanks.
required?
And then we need... I guess cannoneers, right? Pretty pricey. That's fine. We want to get this set up as soon as possible.
For the whore.
Again, very interesting type of faction. I like it quite a bit. Scout, why don't you go check up here? No drops for our hero. No item management at all. Unable to target debris. Interesting. Blue dragons up here. It's possible that those will drop something.
Engine's running.
Can these attack air units? It doesn't say whether they can or not. We've got a lot of,
Systems on top of it.
Yes, my
we don't have a lot of sharpshooters. We need more sharpshooters. Or something that can attack, more stuff that can attack air units.
I serve.
I don't think my hero can attack air either.
Engine's running.
Okay, well that's going to be tricky unless our tanks can angle up and shoot. And they might. I don't know.
Time is fleeting.
They only shoot with... Oh no, they shoot with both barrels. It might actually be random. Give me some beetles. I want to kill the dragons just to see if they drop something, but I also want to go and attack purple because keep in mind, we're in high upkeep at this point, and we're only going to have one extra gold mine. This is going to collapse soon enough, so we've got to... Oh yeah, the tanks can certainly attack air. I assume these are immune to magic, right? Oh, the little ones aren't. Alright, let's get up there. My only hope is that this guy's gonna drop something. I don't know though.
Engine's running. I can handle that.
First aid here. Doctor's orders. Every little bit, you know? Okay, and I had some mechanics.
We're under attack.
I guess we can just wait here. And I can go... You know what I can do is go and set up turrets outside the purple base. Give myself a little area to fall back to. Like down here. Eventually we'll kill this thing. Tanks seem like the right choice mixed with sharpshooters. Definitely starved on income here. I hope this guy drops something. He did. Crown of Kings. Perfect.
I have heard the summons.
Again, because we're capped at level 5, so this is good to have something here that can help us out. Let's go back to the healing fountain. We'll get the mechanics in there to repair the tanks.
My might cannot be.
Then we're going to move down to sit outside the purple base. There's pre-placed stuff. Okay, cancel that. Fall back. I think I've got cannoneers in here, but I don't know what they look like, so I'm not sure what I'm looking for.
Under attack. Work complete.
Not sure. By the way, okay, mechanics are only one supply, so that's fine. Let's go ahead and get a few more of them. I think I just heard something being under attack. I wonder what that was.
Of course.
Having these scouts mixed in here is probably not worth it.
Right away.
What do you need?
Again, I don't quite know what everything looks like, so it's kind of hard for me to find, like, if I want to find a mechanic in here, do I even have any?
My might cannot be matched.
I don't think so.
I serve.
Let's head on down here. Purple's coming to attack us, so we can cut them off.
I'm your shooter.
The attacks are certainly getting larger.
Our town is under
Should buy some consumables.
What do you need?
Okay, get down there.
I'm all geared up.
Get down there. We got more mechanics coming in. They must not have web. Abomination's going down.
We're under attack.
This is fine that we're getting split this way.
Lord Chief.
All systems go.
How can I help?
Again, what do the mechanics look like? The only thing, yeah, some of the goblin units are kind of hard to differentiate. So this is the physician. He's got a mana pool as well, so it should be relatively easy to find. I should probably get air drones. They're only 2 supply. Mechanic. And they're not that hard to differentiate. I think we're fine.
Yes, Lord Chief.
I think. Do I have any other ones? I don't think so. Is this done? Yes. And do I have any other... random units sitting around? I don't think so. You know what? You guys come up here.
Happy to.
Cancel all these. They'll get up there eventually. And then we'll just start harvesting trees separately.
I'm your shooter. I'll take care of it.
Still don't have as many sharpshooters as I thought. Only 2 cannoneers. Is this a separate attack? I'm not sure. Again, what we don't have is just much frontline damage outright. Oh no, I guess I am still leveling up. Let's go beetles. I guess these units up here didn't really count towards his XP. I don't know. My primary concern is going to be the frostworms. I should probably just get groups of mechanics, and then what I can do with them is just build a bunch of turrets in the middle of an enemy base. I'd also like to continue repairing.
I'm all geared up.
Do they all use doctor's orders at the same time? That's a problem. Obviously, I don't want them doing that, so I have to be cognizant of that. Okay, so I thought I had my mechanics hotkeyed. Now I've lost them. They are frontliners, so they're going to end up in the front somehow. It's possible they're all dead. I don't know. Let's see if I can, again, build a bunch of them and rally them all the way up here. You, again, we're going to hotkey you separately. We got the beetles. We have two air drones is probably good enough for me. Let's just go ahead and attack up here and lure out the defensive structures. Okay, these can't it doesn't look like they're going to be able to outrange structures. Okay, cannoneers can't do anything here. One tank goes down. That's okay. We can rebuild it. In fact, I'm going to get cannoneers instead and more sharpshooters.
Yes, Lord Chief.
Again, I'm kind of on the fence on if I should be using or not, or whatever it's called. First aid. See, will they all use first aid as well? No, they properly cycle first aid. This would have been so much easier to take this gold mine instead. This isn't even a real base, so there isn't much of a defensive force at all. It's going to be that top base that's going to be tricky, because it is an entire base.
Is my aid required?
Okay, let's move up.
I am your servant.
Go ahead and rage. Just do it. Okay, this is good. I think we're in solid shape, and we can go ahead and finish the map, moving up. Got to be careful when we click. We want to click an individual doctor, physician, and use doctor's orders. Just a reusable scroll of protection is quite nice. That's a very novel idea for a spell. Basically like a temporary aura that you have to cast, I think is neat. Okay, this is good. I gotta remember to use my alchemists as well. They are, I think, pretty solid. And then I've got all these mechanics. I'm gonna bring separately to set up turrets outside of the purple base that's a little bit further up. Again, just because I feel like that's fitting for this faction. What's happening here? Are you just dead? That's a corpse, I guess, that isn't despawning?
I'm all geared up.
So, I was expecting... Yeah, there are some defenses out front. I was going to lure these and kill these separately, because I don't think killing this stuff will draw more units out. But I genuinely don't know. So let's blink again to the back. We don't have a stun anymore. That's okay. Go ahead and hit the obsidian statue. And then I'm going to move up. I don't want to build turrets. I don't have enough gold. Oh, well, it would help if you guys were actually harvesting, but you know. Oh, I have literally no income. Here, you guys move on down here.
Yes, War Chief.
Did you revive? Did he revive, or is that just a separate one?
A wise
What you got?
I genuinely don't know. I assume the mechanics, it does require cash to repair them, to repair stuff. Get him with Windwalk. Boom! Look at that extra damage. It was huge.
I'll consume the living and the dead.
Okay, we have an incoming enemy attack separately. We gotta push this back. Everybody move on in. And then pick one physician and use the armor, which does apply to our tanks, I'd like to point out, so that's solid. This is why I wanted to build turrets. There's really nothing to do with my hero here. There's a... Oh my god. Again, this is why I wanted to build... I don't know. Might be dead here. There's a lot of stuff in this base. They don't appear to be rebuilding, though, so by killing everything out here, we might be good.
I'm all geared up.
Okay, let's back up. What I want to do is get this base set up so that I have some extra money. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff in that base. Wow. Well, let's flee with what we've got. Again, getting turrets set up on the outside would have been perfect. I think I overplayed my hand just a little bit. I'm gonna need to set this base up. I think what I'll do... I don't want to, like, be cutting out too much. But, again, I'm really just gonna be setting this base up, building more tanks, etc., etc. So I think it'd be acceptable for me to just go ahead and make a mild cut while I get this set up for the income, and then eventually I'll move out here to set up those turrets like I wanted to do. It's also possible I could just walk in and set up turrets there. There's a huge choke point here, so getting them... Oh no, they're rebuilding. Okay, I don't know why I didn't think they would rebuild. That defensive force is huge, and this base is also very large, so we've got a doozy on our hands here. Again, let me make a cut while I kind of get set back up, because I think we've kind of seen what the building portion of this faction has to offer, so I think I can move on a bit here for a moment. All right, just about ready. Rebuilding tanks. We gotta keep our hero in the front to absorb some heat. Now, I'm getting these turrets set up. I did have to destroy... It's interesting how I'm not sure how the enemy is programmed and how intentional it is for them to be acting this way or not. But what I've noticed is what happens is it's like they build an attack force and they'll send it towards me and then they'll turn around. This happened a couple times when I was trying to start these turrets getting set up. So I moved up with my whole force and kind of secured this area and killed an enemy attack force and started building this stuff. What I don't understand, though, again, is kind of their general behavior and how, in what circumstance do they choose to turn around and they act more like a defensive force than an offensive attack wave. So you'll notice, or at least one thing I'm kind of putting the pieces together, is when I attacked pre-placed units along the path, the purple group would send out units. Same with when I was moving towards here and trying to kill the Wendigos. That's when purple would send units up and try to attack me, not my base, but the Wendigo areas. So I don't know if there's something different happening with the way that the enemies just function in general.
You have a target?
It seems just different, so I'm not really sure exactly how it works.
What do you need?
Lots of frostworms.
I'll take care
Typically
of
the defensive force clay up. Oh gosh. Again, this is why I'm spamming defensive towers. I don't know of a better way to approach this. There is just so many units in this base, and we have to kill all of them. I don't know how to deactivate their defensive forces. I'm probably going to need more anti-air to deal with the frostworms. Got another physician here coming up. So obviously we're going to use Doctor's Orders. I don't think we could make enough anti-air to deal with the frostworms while still also killing the amount of stuff they have on the ground. I don't have anything that could easily snipe necromancers either. I think we're just going to have to man-fight through skeletons. I don't have a mass dispel. I think a lot of it comes down to which hero you choose, and I'm pretty happy with this hero, but obviously it could have better options, I suppose. Like Flame Strike would be invaluable against this type of attack. I wasn't sure what to expect when we were making our way through this area. Got to try to keep some sharpshooters alive. I also could go ahead and make barracks here so that we can reinforce with cheap units. We're not going to be able to get super expensive units built fast enough, I think, to help us.
Work.
How are we doing on gold here? Yeah, so these will get mined out eventually.
Enlighten me by the great wind. No one should be
You know,
Work complete.
I'm not above
My brothers.
more. Gotta do more. Trying to think. So yeah, we come in, we poke a building. Their defensive force floods out. As soon as it starts thinning out, we can move in and start picking off buildings. It's what we have to do. But again, this defensive force is
What do you need?
very scary. That's just a lot of stuff. They're out of money. I don't know if they're constrained by money or not. It really depends on the map on when map makers decide to,
Brothers.
again, have these enemies constrained by cash or not.
given.
I don't know how much longer I'm willing to wait. I think we should just go ahead and,
Summons.
again, draw what we can.
Consume the living
I'm just going to walk up here and just attack. That should draw all this stuff down to me.
complete. I'll see to it.
Let's see if they chase me all the way out here or not.
Raid. Work complete.
Here they come. Meat wagon is resetting, which is good.
By
Don't run. We just want all this stuff to come to us. They're not resetting. The meat wagon's gonna hurt my turrets. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Now my hope is that they're just gonna get lured into this stuff and just completely mowed down. I have to get to that meat wagon. Gotta do it. We can always blink our main guy out.
I'm all geared up. Let's roll out.
I think the mass towers is certainly gonna work. What I want to do is get in here and we're gonna cast Doctor's Orders. Sack Gabor is fine. I'll blink him out for a moment and throw him a first aid, and then we can blink him back in momentarily.
I'm all geared up. Let's roll out.
You can stack first aid. It looks like. All right, let's blink back in. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know one thing I neglected to check. No, okay, I was like, I see goblins in the turrets. Does it cost money for these turrets? I don't think so. Cancel those, we've got these instead. Just make sharpshooters. Okay, let's move in. Gotta start taking this stuff out. Can we maybe focus down the spirit towers, please?
All systems go.
Cannoneers, we're just gonna have you attack buildings, please. Tanks, focus down the Frostworm. Sharpshooters as well. Yeah, there's a lot of pre-play stuff in these bases alongside the defensive forces, so it's really just, again, being judicial with how we're pushing through this. I want to get more turrets set up here just to support me.
Aye, sir.
I need you all up here. Rally. And then I can make more tanks as well.
What do you need? Time to go.
Just focus down the production structures.
I'm all geared up.
All my casters are gone. That should be fine. I just gotta really focus on these frostworms. Once the frostworms are gone, we should be good. I don't see any of these structures building more. So I think we've done it. That defensive force, again, was pretty wild. We saw them rebuilding, but now it seems to have calmed down a bit. Build some extra mechanics as well. Yeah, man, the turret creep works. I mean, tower creep in general typically works pretty well, but not sure why these have chosen not to attack. Unable. Oh, the tanks can't attack buildings. Weird. Okay, that's fine. All right, yeah, we just need cannoneers. Well, we're maxed out now, but I've got a. There's no. I'm kind of surprised. Again, the tanks I would have thought would function like steam tanks, but they don't. Oh, there's Valimar. We only have to kill him, right? It just says kill him once and for all. Okay, cool. We've got some turrets that we're falling back to as well.
I am prepared.
I'm just gonna keep creeping with turrets.
You have a target?
He does have some necromancers that could be irritating, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, piercing damage. Yeah, I've got a lot of sharpshooters, which it seems acceptable. Yeah, this is Frozen Throne. Piercing damage does not do well against heavy armor. It does I think it does normal, right? Like a tip, like it doesn't do more or less, it just does the normal amount. Heavy armor does have that 19% damage reduction as well. Alright, let's move up with the tanks. They can cover us. We can fall back onto our turrets. Okay, here he is. Again, my hero really has no usable abilities. Let's focus him down, please. I have really liked the choice of custom music here. It feels very fitting. I should probably kill the obsidian statues, but he's going to go down. Let's give me some more beetles as well. There we go. Third time's the charm. So there must be some context to this, again, because it seems like this takes place inside of a campaign in some way. But overall, I like this. And we've had several... I don't want to call this a total conversion mod, but for the lack of a better term, just like a separate tech tree, both in original StarCraft, StarCraft 2, and Warcraft 3, we've had total conversions, or just totally new tech trees that take assets from their respective communities, kind of bundle them together in an interesting way and make a tech tree, right? We had the Infested Terrans for StarCraft 2, we've had the Tauren faction, the Goblin faction, we had the CIS for StarCraft 1. So, again, we've had just a variety of things. We had the Earl's Good mod, which was like the Dark Archon, Tal'Darim type faction for StarCraft 2, all sorts of stuff. So, what I keep talking about, and I've said this a lot, but that's because we've had a lot of entries like this, is for a contest like this, the way that I sort of judge these is, was a map built to wrap that faction like a present, right? The actual gift inside is the faction, but it needs, you know, how is it presented? How is it shown to me to judge, which is, again, the boxing and the wrapping of it, which is you can have a really cool faction, but if you don't allow the player to experiment with it properly, then they're going to have a challenging time. They're not going to be able to really experience it. And again, a lot of these, I think, from what I can tell, are meant to be part of a longer series, a campaign of sorts. I can't really judge that as part of the contest, per se, but a lot of these, they sort of throw you in and expect you to already know what a lot of this stuff does, but... you know, as a player, you kind of struggle to do that if you're just sort of thrown into the middle of a campaign. So, again, I'm sort of in between. This one, I think, did a great job with that. Because, again, the enemy attacks were light. It started very slow, virtually no attacks. Because, again, it's a totally separate faction. You start with the Town Hall, you know, figure it out. And then, pushing into the actual base was quite a challenge. And I will say, pretty much every submission has done a good job with that, right? The player is allowed to mess around in their base for a while trying to figure out what to do. And I think for a tech tree overhaul, I'll call it, as many of the submissions have had, that's very important. And I think almost every entry that has given us a tech tree overhaul has done a decent job in allowing me, the player, who has no backstory or experience with these factions, to utilize them to their fullest. And I'm not just thrown into it and said, like, this map is going to be really hard, and... I mean, a hard map is fine, but understand, again, if you're being thrown into a brand new tech tree with a lot of unique things, it's... for the context of contests like this is not going to turn out so well. But, again, what I am saying, though, is this map and many of the others that we've played that have tech tree overhauls have done a great job at allowing us to have that time to figure it out. Then, there's a challenge at the end of the map that requires you to utilize it in a good, proper way, as opposed to just throwing stuff at it, right? This one, I used the turrets, which I think was one of the most unique and interesting things about this faction. So, and I think... Azure Guy, you've got a good opportunity here to, again, you can make an eclectic series of maps that don't necessarily have to be that narratively connected in any way other than the fact that we have a mercenary faction. With and the idea that you can select a different hero per map, I think, is a pretty cool one. I don't know how that would work exactly if you're carrying over items or not, because, you know, why would the player not just use the same hero every time? But that's neither here nor there, because this is about this map and not the idea of a down-the-road type thing. But it does make me curious, which is also a good quality to have. All right, thanks everyone for watching. Leave your comments for Azure Guy below, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.